Sagittarius, the magician is emphasizing that you don't just have power. You are the physical embodiment of the power source. And this is the message that's being driven home today for day 18 of tapping into miracles and magic. Okay. You're needing to hear, Sagittarius, that it is your belief and your faith in this understanding that will shift the tides. Okay. You do not need anyone. Okay, let me say that again. You do not need anyone, Sagittarius, to agree with you in order to stand firm in your awareness. You do not need anyone to agree with you in order for you to stand firm in your awareness. You do not need anyone to agree with you in order for you to trust in your inner knowing. If your soul is revealing wisdom and truth to you, your soul is revealing wisdom and truth to you, and you do not need anyone to agree with what your soul is revealing to you. So, Sagittarius, there's also this thought coming through that you need to be conscious and you need to be careful. You need to be aware of who it is that you are sharing your innermost thoughts with. You cannot share your innermost thoughts with everyone. And right now, Sagittarius, I'm also hearing that, and this has come up, okay? This has come up throughout this series. It came up a couple of readings ago. This emphasis on listening more and speaking less. Okay, that has been coming up. That you're in this space where you could really benefit from listening more and speaking less. Okay, and the speaking less, as it's coming through right now for this reading, is regarding the seeing the wisdom and the inner knowledge come up, processing it, and then wanting to run away with it and telling everybody. Right now, Sagittarius, it's just for you to sit with. It's just for you to intellectualize. It's just for you to process. It's just for you to contemplate. It's just for you to get comfortable with. So then you can embody. So then you can integrate. Okay, right now, it's time to be quiet. Okay. You simply, Sagittarius, you don't need anyone to agree with you. You simply need to accept that you have been tasked with charting a new course and then trust that all the resources you need will meet you right where you're at. The first card that we have coming through to clarify the magician's message today is the Two of Wands, okay? And through the Two of Wands, the magician wants you to hear, Sagittarius, that now is the time for you to choose. Now is the time for you to choose, Sagittarius. You've been weighing the options, okay? And you've been going back and forth. And in the beginning, it was simply so that you could get clear, right? You were weighing the options, going back and forth so you could get clear, right? But now it's being noted, Sagittarius, that you're just stalling. You haven't made a decision. You haven't made a choice because you're just stalling, right? And you're stalling due to a lack of trust and belief. And the trust and belief, Sagittarius, it goes back to what we were saying earlier about how you don't need anyone to agree with you. The trust and the distrust and the lack of belief has everything to do with this inner narrative that you've been living with where you need people, you want people to rally behind you. You need people and you want people to rally behind you. And one of the earlier readings talked about Sagittarius, how naturally you are a leader. Like naturally, that's who you are. At your core, that's who you are. So you don't need people to rally behind you. What you need is to start to trust yourself, to start to believe in your inner wisdom, to trust in your inner wisdom. Again, allow yourself to embody that wisdom, allow yourself to integrate that wisdom. And also, a part of the message behind you being a leader was that when you show up, Sagittarius, the universe will put the people in your path who are naturally supposed to rally behind you, who are supposed to stand beside you, who are supposed to lead and guide you, right? So the lack of trust and belief isn't because you're not understanding the wisdom and knowledge that's being revealed to you. It's just because you so desperately want people to rally behind you And you have to let that go and trust that the universe will place people on your path who are meant to, again, rally behind you, stand beside you, and lead and guide you, okay? The magician also wants you to hear, Sagittarius, that whichever choice you make will be supported by the universe. So right now, you know, Sagittarius, you know specifically what the choices are that have been laid out before you. Whatever choice you make, the universe will support you in that choice. You just have to choose, okay? It might look like there's no movement. Maybe for you it has appeared as if there is no movement, okay? And the reason why it looks like that is because you aren't choosing. And you need to hear, Sagittarius, that the universe is waiting on you. The universe is waiting on you to choose, okay? The second card that we have coming through to clarify the magician's message today is the Six of Swords. And through the Six of Swords, Sagittarius, the magician is speaking to the fact that a new journey is beginning for you. Okay, a new journey is beginning for you. And something that I'm hearing is that you've been considering, Sagittarius, walking away from a particular path, right? You've been considering walking away from a particular path. You've been considering walking away from what's old. And if you have been considering walking away, let me help you with the process of making a choice. The answer is yes, Sagittarius. The answer is yes. You are supposed to leave that old path behind. The answer is yes. You are supposed to move forward. The answer is yes. You are supposed to say goodbye to whatever it is you've been considering saying goodbye to. The answer is yes. You are supposed to move to that new city, to that new state, to that new country. The answer is yes. You are supposed to allow yourself to be open to that romantic relationship, to that new partnership. The answer is yes, Sagittarius, okay? The answer is yes. And the reason why the answer is yes is because you are stepping into a space where God is trying to expand you. God is trying to evolve you. God is trying to support you as you move through the process of evolving, of transcending. And if you continue to stall in the process of choosing, of making a choice, you're only delaying, Sagittarius, what it is that you want to experience, right? You're only delaying that sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. So the answer is yes. We just made the choice. The answer is yes. Okay, Sagittarius, the other thing that you need to hear with the Six of Swords is do not allow the what ifs and the hows to distract you. Once you make your choice, the what ifs, the hows, they'll probably come up, they'll probably come through, but do not allow them to distract you, okay? Keep your eyes on the horizon. We're not looking behind, we're looking ahead. We're keeping our eyes on the horizon, okay? And the last card that we have coming through to clarify the magician's message is the Seven of Cups. And through the Seven of Cups, this message of choices being, laid out before you is being reiterated, okay? And it's also being said, Sagittarius, that you have been in this dazed and confused state, okay? You've been in this state of uncertainty. And I can feel that that's coming to an end, right? The more that you are present with yourself, the more that you're tuning in, the more that you're listening, the more that you're seeing this inner wisdom and this infinite knowledge, and the more that you're being present with it, the more clear you're getting. So this space that you've been in where you've been confused and just in this state of uncertainty, that's coming to an end, right? There's always uncertainty, but sometimes we create the confusion and the uncertainty because we aren't listening, right? Okay. So you have been looking at all the options except for the ones that your heart and soul laid out before you. And that is what has been causing you to be lost in thought. That is what has caused the confusion. That's what has caused the noise, Sagittarius. So this is why there was an emphasis earlier in the series on returning to the practice of stillness, because it is through the practice of stillness, Sagittarius, that you are able to receive clarity. It is through the practice of stillness, Sagittarius, that you are able to connect with and receive the wisdom that your soul is wanting to share with you. It is through the practice of stillness, Sagittarius, that you are able to hear and listen and process the wisdom and knowledge that God, that your spirit is sharing with you. So right now, and I've been speaking to a Sagittarius a lot throughout this series about how especially if you're watching this in the month of March, about how the month of March for us is not about going here, going there, and going everywhere. It's about going into our prayer closet and being still and listening. So if you haven't been doing that, it's not too late. I'm recording this on March 19th. It is not too late. There is still a lot of time left in March for you to go into that prayer closet, sit down, get still, and start listening. Okay. And the bonus card that we have coming through to wrap up day 18's message is the fountain. Okay. And I really love that the fountain is the bonus card because with the fountain, Sagittarius, there's just this message, this reminder to allow yourself to just be. Okay. Again, placing an emphasis on this message to return to the practice of stillness. Return to the practice of stillness because in doing so, you are returning to that still, quiet, calm voice within yourself. That all knowing space within yourself is what you're returning to, right? You hold the answer, Sagittarius. And that has been the magician's message throughout this series is that you have the answers within you. You have all the tools within you. You have infinite knowledge within you. And when you get still, that's when it becomes clear. So that is the message for day 18 of tapping into miracles and magic, Sagittarius. I do appreciate you for being here with me. Definitely let me know how this may have resonated with you in the comments, okay? I do want to invite you to join me for the Archer's Reiki Circle, which is a Reiki meditation that I host specifically for the Sagittarius Collective every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. You can send me a DM and I will send you the information so that you can sign up for that. I love you so very much, Sagittarius. Allow yourself to just be so that you can receive and process the wisdom that is living within you so that whenever you embark on this new journey, on this new beginning, you are fully prepared and ready to go.